came out the game. Like I feel like when they talking about the coach was talking about the senior night, I look over, I see him. He got headphones on. Everybody behind the stands, he got headphones on, just doing this. Like then he had the shirt he committed to on, so I already knew what he was on during that time. I knew it was gonna be a good game from there.
Welcome to the Momentum Forward podcast. Chris Davis Jr., guard, committed to Arkansas State.
Joc Hamilton, go to Prairie West High School, number 50B in the state.
The reason I want to make this podcast is to show people the inside of my life and off the court.
The reason why I want to do this podcast, show another side of me, and then we can talk about topics that's going on.
Prairie East versus Prairie West, game 1, game of the year. Was a dog fight. Came out the game feeling good. First time ever playing in the school I went to. Felt good playing against my brothers again. There's always a competition. Getting face guard at 94 feet was pretty different. I didn't think they was gonna come out with that, but they know me. Still gonna find my ways to try to get a buck. I was getting there. Still came up short. Sadly, I got the dub, but.
Yeah, going into that game, like that whole week of practice, we was hyped talking about it. Even watching film, we was excited to watch film. That was the most we was ever excited to watch film, getting ready for that game. Then it was a Saturday, like the whole city came to that game. It was just a lot of energy, a lot of people. That game was a good game. I say it was a dogfight, like he said. We came out on top. He still did what he did, dropped 40. But all that matters is we won. But going into game 2, our mindset was to try to sweep them. Go 2-0 against them. They end up winning that game, ruined our senior night. Yeah, that was a good game though.
Yeah, game 2 was the game I was looking forward to, man. I couldn't go 2-0. 0-2 against them, let them go 2-0. Hear them all around the city talking about they beat us. So I was coming to that game. It was getting serious. You look around, the whole gym was packed out. It was their senior night. We went into that game. We was fired up. You could tell out the gate. Once we was hearing they senior night, we saying skip that. We trying to play. And then once that buzzer clicked, it was just go time from there. Everything was going our ways. Shots was falling. Defense was getting stops. Give all my props to one of my brothers, Tavian. Was dogging. Just getting to his shots, getting to the paint, just doing really all of it. And so yeah, it was a great game.
Me, I give my props to the player on the other side of the team, number 4. Came out the game. Like I feel like when they talking about the coach was talking about the senior night, I look over, I see him. He got headphones on. Everybody behind the stands, he got headphones on, just doing this. Like then he had the shirt he committed to on, so I already knew what he was on during that time. I knew it was gonna be a good game from there.
Nah, yeah, it was.
Then it was like. Boom, like right before it was halftime, we had a loose ball. This man picked it up, just shot it from beyond half court, banked it in.
I don't know, I had a feeling I was going to shoot something so crazy and make it that game. Because I missed that free throw, and I'm like, I feel like we're finna get a stop right here, and I'm finna just throw something up, and I bet it go in. All of a sudden, next thing you know, we get a tip, ball's on the ground. I see it rolling to me. I just grab it, just threw it up. Pray to God I made it. Next thing you know, hit the backboard, went in. We needed that too. We was down by, I think we was down by 3.
Nah, y'all was down 2.
Yeah, we were down 2. We hit that. It was going into halftime. It was 40-38. Then we came out to half. Man, we were so fired up. I could tell that 3 really helped us a lot. And we was getting steals after steals. I think we went up by like 12. Couldn't say too much because we blew the lead a little bit, but we got it back. Finish out to close out the game. This man eventually want to start scoring. Went 5 straight. But still, we found our ways. Still got to it.
Yeah, like coming out of halftime, I see him stretching. I'm looking at him, I'm like, I don't know how he just made that shot. Me and him just smiling. Like, boom, I already knew from there. I already knew what he was on. Second half, he was killing. He had got a dunk again. Like every time he dunked the ball, that's when they kept going. They go on the run every time he dunked the ball. I think it was one upon the game, they was up like 17, I think. And then we came back and made it a close game. We just kept fighting. We didn't want to lose on our home court. And then what really hurt us was that game helped them become conference champs. So that's his second time getting the conference champ.
Yeah, it's crazy how my freshman year, nowhere near getting the conference championship. I was playing varsity as a freshman. And I didn't think we never thought I was going to be in this position I was, but that's just the work ethic I was putting in shows a lot, and 2-time Big 8 conference champs, man. Not a lot of people can say they did that.
Yeah, I was a one-time Big 8 conference champ last year. We was on the same team. That felt good. It's a good feeling, so I'm already knowing what it felt like to get 2 in a row.
Yeah, trying to get this regional section, trying to make it all the way, man. We should have did it last year, to be honest. Came short against Prairie.
Facts.
Still think about that game to this day, man.
To this day.
Came short.
Conference games, we didn't really start off good. I said we almost lost to every single team first besides Parker and East, but second half of the season, we turned it around. We got our get back on every single team that we lost to the first time. And yeah, it was good. I said we got the right momentum going into playoffs, coming off the game we just recently had against SB East. We tough loss to it, but crazy atmosphere. It was like a playoff atmosphere, and I said we ready going into the playoffs. We're gonna make a big run.
Yeah, I would say conference games was pretty good. We started off the 8-0, really just beating almost every team. And a lot of the best game I say this year was either that Memorial game. I say first time we played them at home. That was just crazy. Where I had like 32-15. That was the first time I ever seen a boxing one. And then I want to say the first game we played Sun Prairie was just because we lost, so I wouldn't say that was a great game. But I'd say the second time we played them, just like you said, that atmosphere was something crazy. Just felt like last year when we played Verona at home, like the whole gym was packed out, everything was shaking. But nah, if you felt the way how you feel when you was on that court, the lights turned off and they started saying their name for that lineup, I just got fired up after that. Like, man, I gotta shut this all down. You could hear all their fans screaming, and then they was just talking the whole time, so I had to hush it up. But got that dub. But either that, we went 1-1 or 2. We went 2-0 with most teams in the conference.
Man, like he said, that game when you heard the starting lineup, it was crazy. But it felt weird for me hearing him being on the away side this year. No, I'm used to him being on the home side. So then with that, I lead to going and say how you feel about us. Used to be teammates, and then now we're on different teams, and now not even different teams, but like rival teams.
Yeah, man, I always think about that, man. Like, it be days I'd be like, man, I wish I could finish this out with my brothers. Cause like, where we started is where I started at in the sophomore year. First time Sun Prairie West ever opened up. We all came together. That was literally everybody's first year in high school. What did it say, high school? That was his first year in high school. Yeah. That was our first year together with my sophomore class, the senior class this year. That was our first year together. And my dad was the coach, man. So it was just great. Everything was just feeling good. Then junior year, like I said, everything was going our plans. We thought we was gonna go all the way. Came short, but yeah, wish I could finish it out. I was just talking to Casey about that earlier today.
But what I said about it, I feel like it happens. It just happens, and then I also always go back and think about it. Like it was my first year there, like he said, my freshman year. Greg, he took me on his wing after the season ended. Was in the gym with him every day, going to work out every day after school, getting ready for his junior year, my sophomore year, and then it seemed like it all paid off. We went far in the playoffs. We were supposed to go to state. Came short in the sectional semifinals. A game we knew we should have won. Looking back at it, we know if we was to do a couple things different, we would have won that game and then possibly became state champs. Because the team that won state, I think we lost to them by like 3 points. And we didn't play our best game. So I'm already knowing if we would have played our best game, we could have been state champs for 2024.
Man, we was going into that Marquette game thinking we was so cold because we just won. Mind you, we just won a conference the day before that game.
We played back-to-back games.
We was feeling too good. We didn't even, to be honest, I wouldn't say we really cared about that game.
Yeah.
We was just going into that game. You can tell that we was just so happy that we just won the conference. First time ever at school to win the conference. So
Yeah.
mark that down too. So it just felt good.
Yeah, after that game against Marquette, I didn't even feel like we lost that game for real. Like, we wasn't too much worried about it because we had, like you said, just became conference champs against Middleton. After that game, we was hyped. Going into that game, we was hyped. We were just all hyped overall that whole weekend. And then the next day, we had lost to Marquette, a team that we should have seen later in the playoffs to get our get back, but we came up short.
How do you feel that you play in the Big 8 during basketball,
Yeah.
but in football, y'all are in a different conference? So y'all play like Monarchy, Default,
Yeah.
and all the other like Beaver.
Badger Large, yeah.
Yeah.
So for basketball, we in the Big 8, but then for football, we in the Badger Large. How I feel about it, I feel like we should play in the Big 8 conference. I say that because there's a lot more competition. I feel like we'll go against Verona, Memorial, Middleton, West. There'd be competition, I say. Then playing against the fall just because some people that I know go there, but I feel like we should play in the Big 8. It'd be fun, but I also love the Badger Large playing against teams like Wanakee that go far in the playoffs almost every year, becoming conference champs for like 5 years in a row now, I'd say. And then who else in that conference? Default, that's a good game. I feel like a rival game every year going into that game. But I like playing in Badger Large.
So how do you feel, like, just because competition, I wouldn't say, you got Verona, you got Memorial,
Yeah.
you got Middleton, but do you feel like the conference is harder in the Badger Large than the Big 8?
Big
8?
8,
Yeah.
like for basketball?
Yeah. Because in basketball, it's legit. Like, every game is going to be a dog fight.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the Big 8 for football, some games are a little easier.
Yeah, the Big 8 for basketball, definitely a dogfight going to every game. Like, you always gonna know somebody you playing against when you play a team in the Big 8. So you always gonna try to kill, do your best, and then you got bragging rights to that. But then for football, I know if I was playing the Big 8, it'd be super fun going against a lot of D1 guys, a lot of guys that get recognized around Wisconsin. So I'll try to do my best against them. I actually played against the Big 8 Conference Champs football team in 7-on-7. They had a good DB, two good DBs actually. One of them I stopped multiple times. And then they had like a 6'4" receiver. I don't know if he's going to college or not, but yeah, I locked him up in 7-on-7. So I feel like if I was playing in the Big 8, I'd be legit. So then I want to ask you, how you feel about, you finna go down to Arkansas in a couple of months. How you feel about that?
Man, it's different, man. It's life, man. Like I was saying to a lot of people, it's a big jump of this journey, man. My dad always told me it's always gonna have some ups and downs to your journeys, and you're always gonna find your way up.
Yeah.
And like I did, I found my way up. Going D1 is like a blessing, man. This is like a dream come true. Just saying I committed to Arkansas State, and I'm a Division I kid. So it's always great to say that. Not a lot of people can say it, but just stamping it behind it, though, that's where I really say, like, I feel like I proved a lot of people, like, why I'm D1 and why I can put myself in that position. But I feel like I'm still not to the fullest, man. I still got a lot to work on. I feel like I can, during this off season, going into getting ready to go to college. It's gonna be a lot of work to put
I
in.
definitely say, like, I remember when you first told the coach, you showed me the message telling the coach you was ready to commit, and you was shocked yourself that you actually committed to a D1 school. So how you felt about you getting your first offer, when they offered you?
Sophomore year at the airport, I remember this day. Man, that was crazy. I was going on a flight. Mind you, the coach was just at the game because we played a UAA tournament.
Yeah.
That following day, the coach was just at the game. I was finna talk to the coach, but we couldn't talk to coaches my sophomore year in person. So I was finna talk to the coach, but he was like, he forgot we couldn't talk to him. So he said he was gonna call me right after. 3 hours later, we finna get on a flight. I get a call from Arkansas State. Next thing you know, I got an offer. I was just so happy, man. I was calling almost everybody saying I just got a Division I offer. At first, I didn't want to post it at first because I'm like, nah, I don't want to say it. But then eventually I posted it. Next thing you know, a couple months, well, I didn't say a couple months, I say a couple weeks later, I had another one from Prairie.
Yeah.
So it all just went into together.
Yeah, I could tell. I knew you was happy going to the Alpha. I remember we did some summer league games after that, and Smith was going crazy. I think that's when he got his first body actually too. We had a good summer league team going into that game. Even if we had that team going to his junior year, my sophomore year, we would definitely went to state.
Nah, yeah, we had a dog team, man. We had me, you, Akil, Tavian, Tyler.
Theo.
Yeah, one man. Nah. Everybody think he would have played with us.
Oh yeah,
Cleveland Easton on our team.
Yeah, we had.
If we would have had that team going into my junior year, man, it would have just been so crazy.
Yeah, it would have been over if we had him and Theo. Yeah, it would have been over.
But we lost both of them.
Yeah, we lost both of them.
And we still made it far, man. That was crazy.
Facts.
Just everybody didn't think. Nobody really thought we was gonna win the conference.
Yeah.
Just like this year, nobody thought Prairie East, the team we play on, our team I play on right now, was gonna win the conference. Everybody saying it was gonna be either Middleton or Verona, and then, like I said, Memorial jumped up a lot.
Yeah.
From last year, like.
Yeah, they jumped up a lot. They surprised me myself.
They really show a lot of people they can play with us. So cause last year, man, Memorial was a team you can go into a game, you think it's playing Parker or something like that, because it was low key so bad. But this year, it's actually a dogfight every time. I would say second round of the playoffs this year, it's gonna be a game of the year because I can feel it just. Because we got Badger first round. Mind you, we played Badger last year.
First round, got them out the way.
And then we played Verona.
Regionals.
It's just the same thing as last year, this year.
Yeah.
But talking about playoffs.
Going into that game, you already know Memorial, every time you play there, they got a crazy atmosphere. They student station always talking no matter what you do. So you got to be ready for that second round of the playoffs.
Facts. So how do you feel seedings?
Seedings. Playoff season is crazy. I remember when it first came out, me and him was on the phone talking about it for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes, talking about the playoff season. The playoff season was crazy. There's definitely some teams that should be lower than what they're supposed to. Coming off the losses that they just had, they ranked 5 for the season. I feel like they should be way more higher than that. They should be 3-2. They had 3-2 type of seeding team. We got a 7 seed, something that we projected. We projected ourselves to be 6 or 7 seed. So I don't really. Not mad at our seasons or not, but seasons is what it is. Everybody got to play each other to get to state. Should be all good games. Second round will be a movie. Hearing about the scores, we got Wanakee. Y'all got Memorial. I feel like both games gonna be crazy atmosphere. And then possibly we could play each other again in the playoffs. Round 4 sectionals to go to state at Oregon. How you feel about that game? If it was to happen?
Like I said, man, everybody know how that game's gonna go.
Yeah.
Packed out game. Mind you, nobody else will be playing in the.
Yeah, let's go to state.
So it's just us, man. And everybody know that's my old school and rivalry school too. So it's gonna be a dogfight. So I'm hoping they go to that.
Yeah, I hope we go to that too, because rivalry team playing the playoffs round 4 to go to state, you don't see that much often. So man, you playing against the old school. We already played each other twice, so we just played each other 3 times. We have break the tie because right now we 1-1 in the regular season so far, so we'll just play each other again. It'll definitely be a sold out game.
Let me talk about the seeding, man. That was
looking
at that. That was something crazy. I'm sitting there before the U thing turn. I'm like, we finna get this 3 to 4 seed. It'll be either one. Just things come out. We the 5th seed. We see 2 teams that nowhere near should be in front of us, like Memorial or Verona.
Yeah.
We sweep Verona this year. Went 1-1 with Memorial.
And Memorial was coming off a loss to Madison West.
Literally.
So it's like they should have got the 4th seed, I feel like.
But I feel like.
And then y'all had just beat Verona.
Right.
To get a conference.
The day before.
So it's it's just crazy. I've
seen
this happen.
I seen it on Twitter and Facebook. They was saying seedings go off. It's like a computer. So I don't think nobody can control that, but I think it's off what's your record all throughout, not just the conference.
So non-conference games.
But non-conference games too, and it's got to go off your competition level.
Okay.
So you got to put. Mind you, they play MAS, they play Arrowhead.
Yeah, so they did have some good non-conference games. They
Right.
played Homestead as well.
So they play some good teams during their non-conference games. So
yeah. So basing off that, then I can see why they got a high seed. They did play some good competition teams for their non-conference games. And then thinking about it, last year we had 3 seed. We played a lot of tough teams, so I can see why they got the 3 seed.
Talk about your football life. Like, how do you feel it's going? Like, you've been 3 years in high school.
Yeah.
Like, how you feel about that going into your senior year right now? Or next year?
Man, going to my senior year, I feel like it's even crazy to say I'm about to be a senior in high school. It's just like, dang, it went by so fast. But like, freshman year football went decent. Played freshman, sophomore year, JV, and not JV and sophomore. JV varsity, then strictly varsity. First game of the season, sophomore year against Madison East, his old school. Got in my first interception, varsity interception. Was super hyped, excited about that. Almost was a pick six. I think I took it back to like the 15-yard line. I look at that clip like once a month, probably thinking about I should cut it in. It would have been a pick six. But then junior year, I had a big junior year. Defensively, had 0 touchdowns allowed on me. Got college coaches on my radar, multiple coaches talking to me right now. Just waiting for the first offer to come in. And then rankings came out. My first time being ranked, got the number 5th DB in the state, which means really I'm really either the second or third corner in the state, because DB means like corner and safeties put together. But if it was just corner, I think I'd be like 2 or 3. So I feel good going into my senior year. I'm already know it's gonna be a big impact. I'm gonna have a big impact on the team again. Looking forward to being a captain this year. Trying to make a good run. Last lot.
How you feel about recruiting going? Like, how your recruiting going right now?
My recruiting process it's not going fast. It ain't going slow, but I say it's just flowing. Got like 6 or like 7 coaches talking to me right now. Going on a visit March 12th, Oshkosh, little D3 school. I got D2 schools, Augustina, going there April 12th. I got Minnesota State University Morehead going there April 22nd. Going there for 2 days. And then that's all I can think of right now. I want to ask you how you feel about how did your recruiting process go?
Man, my recruiting process was kind of crazy. I'd say it was kind of up and down. Like, I got my first Division I offer my sophomore year. I'm thinking I was finna go up a notch. Yeah. I'm thinking offers gonna come in right away. Next thing you know, NIL deals happens and stuff. Recruiting was just going down for me. I felt like I had a good rest of my sophomore year summer. I felt like I had I want to say pretty good as my sophomore year summer, but I had a decent junior year summer, but still didn't pick up no offers, man. I was talking to a lot of schools like New Mexico, Vermont, Milwaukee, Green Bay, like a lot of mid-major D1 schools, but still no offers, but it's all good because that one school stayed with me. And that one school is the one school I'm committed to. It's Arkansas State, so.
So then, based off that, like, how did you feel about your AAU, your last time playing? How did that go? That season went Team Hero.
Playing UIBL was great. I wanted that experience so bad. That was like a dream come true for me, man.
Yeah.
That was one thing I put on my bucket list was to ever play UIBL. Like, growing up, seeing that, like, because I grew up watching like Jalen Johnson, all of them. And I even got a picture with Jalen Johnson. Like, I was so happy to see an UIBL team growing up. But now actually playing UIBL, they're actually making it to Peach Jam. And it just all felt great, man. It was just a great experience. Loved it. Wish I could play UIBL again. Yeah, wish I could play AAU again too.
Yeah.
Man, it's sad that it's all gone, but it's another step to the journey.
Speaking of Peach Jam, you got a Peach Jam shirt on right now.
Yeah.
So then, based off that, like talking about UIBL, you played for Power 5.
Right.
Not 2 years ago. What circuit do you think better, UIBL or 3SSB? Or UAA, because you did play with Playgrounds.
I feel like 3SSB was a dogfight.
3SSB dogfight.
I like 3SSB, man. We played against some pretty good teams, but UIBL we played against some good teams too. But I feel like 3SSB was really something different, man. Like every game, like just like UIBL, every game was a dogfight, but every game with 3SSB was just something different. Like I remember one game we played, I forgot, it was some New York team. The game was just crazy. Like we was coming into that game, Like, it was quick up and downs, up and downs, up and downs, up and downs. Like, if you're not going to get a buck, somebody finna get a buck on you. Like, that's just how the game was
I
going.
think that's how it is too. It's to be.
Now, mind you, you just always got to have that coach that had that trust in you. And my dad's a big coach. He had that in me.
I trust in you.
If he gave that ball, he always told me to go get it.
And speaking on this one, talking about Power 5, how did you feel about, you playing with Team Real last year? Y'all did go against Power 5, your old AAU team, and it was a good, crazy atmosphere.
Nah, yeah, it was a packed out gym. It was a pretty bad game for me. I think I had like 2 or 4 points. First AAU game, I was upset after the game, texting my dad like, man, I just embarrassed myself. I just played in front of all these people because mind you, I'm coming off 40. I averaged 40
points per game, yeah.
And I'm going into that. Everybody, you can hear me. I heard him in the stands like, man, he finna go crazy. He averaged 40. He finna hoop, man. Watch this, man. I was going to that game so like, I wouldn't say nervous, but I was just like, it's a new team, new everything, man. It was packed out, so it was pretty different.
All right, so you just talking about you was averaging 40 points per game, and then your first AAU game you had like 4 points. How you feel about you being leading scorer in the state 2 years in a row, 40 points per game?
Man, it's pretty. Not a lot of people say they average 40. That's just all I can say. Really, it was just like, it's always Coach Isaac that was always there working with me. Always pushed me to my fullest when we was in the gym. 7 a.m. workouts. If it's not 7 a.m., it's like 9 p.m. When we was going late, early, like, we was just always working, man. It was just, the work showed, and everything I worked on, it all translated to the game, and it made the game so easier. So what I say is just like to kids out there, man, just keep putting in the work, man. Not everything's just gonna show up one day. It's gonna come all together, and eventually everything's gonna come easier in the game. So just don't ever give up, always keep fighting.
All right, talking about kids, how you feel about kids like coming up to you, always talking about like, oh, Chris Davis, ooh, like, I experienced it with you before. Like we was at state last year or something. We just walking out of there after Nicolay had just lost to Wisconsin Lutheran. Some kid was just like, oh my gosh, Chris Davis. How you feel like when you be in those moments?
Man, it's way different, man. Because I used to be that type of kid that when I seen like celebrities or somebody that had a big name, like, I used to be that type of kid. But now you being a person that kids are running up to you, it's like a dream come true, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good. And it'd be so much more crazy things that people don't even see of what people be saying about you.
Now let me ask you, what was your varsity? Boom! I'm on varsity right now. Like, this is crazy.
My welcome to varsity moment, I'd say was last year. Our second game, it was our home opener against Sheboygan North. I think that was team, right?
Right.
Yeah, boom. I was the guy in the game. I had shot a 3, boom, missed it. It was that same possession. I had got the ball again. Some white boy just took the ball from me. Like, I'm in a triple this. They just slapped the ball out while out. Oh, okay, then boom, I got taken out right after that. And then Coach Isaac, he yelled at me. He was like, come on, man, it's varsity. You gotta be tough and stuff. Then I'm like, boom, coming out that game, I'm thinking it's gonna be sweet too, because we had just played Parker.
First game of the year.
Yeah, that was good. We had blew them out. I played good that game, had a lot of confidence going into my second varsity game. And then boom, my welcome to varsity moment hit right there. So I say that was good. I needed that.
Yeah.
To always be tough with the ball.
My welcome to varsity moment, I would say freshman year. First 2 games was going good. We played at West Dallas. I think we played West Dallas and Milwaukee King. I had my welcome to varsity moment there yet because I was just a spot up, little chubby little kid that was sitting in the corner shooting it. And then I say third game of the year. That's where it just got all different. I think we played Middleton. Mind you, Middleton won the conference that year. Going into that game, I'm thinking stuff sweet. They had like, I say whole starting 5, 6'6", 6'5", 6'4", 6'8", 6'11". Everybody was just tall on their team. I go to the rim. They see no two-hand, grab my stuff off the backboard. Man, then I try to go next 2 plays later. I try to go retreat, get a shot up, air ball.
Man,
student section going crazy, man. It was
at Middleton.
Yes.
Oh, I'm already knowing how they student section.
Mind you, Middleton is still like that to this day. Like, every time I play against Middleton or play at Middleton, like they always got something to say.
That's one thing I like about the Big 8 though. Like everywhere you play, a student section is talking crazy. They be engaged in the games and make you want to score, so you can shut them up.
So how do you feel about Wisconsin not getting NIL deals or having a shot clock?
I didn't know about the NIL deals until today when you told me. I didn't know that Wisconsin players couldn't get no NIL deals. But I look at it, it's crazy because like you look around the world. Multiple high school athletes got NIL deals going crazy, like big time players making millions in high school. Like you look at Jalen Vance, he making more than some college players, which is crazy. He making more than some NBA players. Like it's crazy because he only in high school and type stuff. But shot clock, I feel like the team do need a shot clock. Shot clock should be required in the state. Just make the game more competitive and stuff. Teams can't hold the ball. And then they get other team a chance to make it more competitive. How you feel about no NIL and shot clock in the state?
I'd say no NIL deals in Wisconsin. When I first ever heard it last year, I'm like, I just knew it wasn't gonna get through. But everybody was like, no, we gonna get it. Next thing you know, they waived that. They put something else up, and that was just shot clock around Wisconsin. They waived that too. I feel like if we added shot clock to one spot, it'd be in state. Because if you watch that Nina versus Kettle Moraine game last year in state, they went to 4 overtimes, right?
Yeah. I remember that we was working out.
They scored 5 points.
Yeah.
And I say 2 overtimes. They'll just hold the ball for 2 minutes, and then they'll go score.
Which is not competitive at all. Like
literally,
people come there to see a game, and y'all holding the ball.
I feel like teams do that this year too. Like they'll just sit there and they'll just start running around until you foul. I feel like if you have a shot clock, mind you, it's 24 seconds, or I think it'd be 30. I don't know, because in playing on the circuit it was 30, so I think it'd be 30, but who knows? Playing with a shot clock would be way easier. And I feel like I'll be really good with a shot clock because I was so used to it during AAU. But I feel like I don't think they think not so many people can deal with a shot clock or be used to it. So.
But playing with a shot clock, it also gets you ready for the next level if you're trying to playing a shot clock. You would like that actually. You play with it for Team Euro, UIPL.
Right.
I think 3SSB, they got one right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you play with shot clocks multiple times and it gets you ready for Arkansas State and college. You know they gonna have a shot clock too. But like if you was have NIL, if NIL was like eligible in Wisconsin, you think you'll have multiple?
That'd be the goal. If NIL was running through Wisconsin, I feel like I'd try to go get one. But if not, still just keep working.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll come in college. So.
How do you feel about like somebody recently texted you talking about like one of their close ones had passed away and they needed you to drop a video, put one out there? Like how does that impact you? How does that make you feel knowing that you motivate a lot of young kids around?
That was always the goal, was just trying to keep these kids motivated out here and try to make sure their head's in the right place.
Yeah.
Make sure they keep working. But I feel like in that situation, man, I didn't know what to say. I was just so shocked, like how much I came as just to embrace like that kids actually like take this my unfinished business episode serious and they love to see them. And mind you, it's more than just like I seen people like around my age asking me like, yo, when you drop your next video, like that's just even crazier, just seeing that, just because I didn't know it was gonna blow up like this.
Momentum forward.
I'll say freshman year, chubby. First time, no, I wouldn't say the first time I was chubby, because I got chubby like 7th grade year. But I'd say like, because I was chubby during COVID, but you know, we was in the house during COVID. But I'd say freshman year, was walking in the hallway.
Yeah.
I heard a group of people talking about I was fat. I didn't know if I wanted to laugh or get mad. So eventually, I just took it serious. Started working out literally every single day. And then I had a growth spurt. And it just started slimming down more and more. And to this day, like that's one thing I say. Like I kept hearing that I was big, so I took that very serious and started going to the gym every single day and working on my body, and it all paid off.
My mentor for it, I say, was people around me, not around me, like personally, but like just people around the state, like making it out, or like going big, like getting offers type stuff. So I say like my sophomore year, when I seen a lot of people doing good and stuff, I knew I should take football serious. And then sophomore year, I did take it serious, had an impact on the team. But then junior year, I had a big impact on the team. And I know my senior year, I'm gonna have a huger impact on the team. So that was my momentum forward my sophomore year football.